Om Asatu Ma Sadgamaya Tamasu Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityur Ma Amritangamaya Aviravirmaidhi Rudro Jatte Dakshinang Mukham Tena Mang Pahi Nityam Tena Mang Pahi Nityam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Nice to see you all. After not long, when did I came last? And last year. Last year? Last May. Last May. Oh, last May. Then it is 1 year. But anyway, always it is joy to see you all who are assembled here for God realization. Here, everyone comes for one purpose, the main purpose of life, what is going back to our eternal home. There is a song, no? Ramakrishna used to sing himself. Sanshar bideshe, bideshir beshe, brahmo keno yakarane, mono chalo nijo niketane. Very famous song. Oh my mind, let us go back to my own abode, eternal abode. Sansar Videsh, this world, which is a foreign land. Just you came for a visit. Why are you wandering aimlessly? And how long? Go back, come back home. So that is the topic Mataji has given. So what is the topic? The journey to know thyself. This is a journey, the life is a journey. And for what? For knowing, to know that what is our essential nature, to know who we are. Here we are in this world of foreign land, as we just has been said in this song, that we are in the foreign land thinking that I am a limited personality with so much weakness, so much suffering, so much pain, so much agonies. And there is no hope for me, where shall I go? Crying and weeping, now and then little rejoicing, now and then going into depression. There is a play of life going on like this. But what is this? This what is for? What is journey for? Journey is not to kill ourselves in utter despondency and suffering, but to know our real home, our real abode, our real nature, our real divine self. That is the goal of life. So this is, and in Indian scriptures we read all the texts talk about our real nature in a different language. But as a student of Vedanta, we know that we always talk about our real nature, that is our home, and eternal home. It is never lost, what appears to be lost. Now itself we are at home, but we do not know we are there. But we are only thinking, what is this mysterious mind is showing me to be my reality and my existence in the environment. So we'll think about the journey, the self. To know the self is the goal of life, and there is a journey, process, methodology to reach that. So in Vedantic way, this book we are taken as the subject of our discussion, our reading is very important, it's called Shanti Gita. You can collect probably, you have some copies here, no? So, this is the Shanti Gita. Shanti, we are seeking for Shanti means peace. This is song of peace. Song of peace means we are not peaceful, we are not joyful. And peace gets disturbed when our expected objects of the life, our achievements and hopes and expectations are destroyed, then peace is to get destroyed. And we are always, mostly, how much time we are peaceful? Most of the time we are restless. So it happened in the life of Arjuna, you know, the Bhagavad Gita, where at the beginning of the war, Arjuna saw his own friends, relatives, grandsire, they are in the war, all with a weapon to kill each other. And he said that it's not, what are we going to do with this, no? But then he fell into despondency. That's called the Vishada Yoga. That yoga, that Vishada despondency, with self-inquiry by and guidance of Sri Krishna, make him awake of his own consciousness. This is a play, this is the journey going on, fight. As you face the challenges, face it. But you are neither killed, no one can be killed. Who is who? You are not the body. All this came in the discussion. This is the same thing happened in Sri Arjuna's life. Arjuna's son was bright, brilliant son. His name was Abhimanyu. And Abhimanyu was in a war and he was unethically killed on the 13th day of the war. And he was such a bright boy, powerful warrior. But it happened so that it was what is called in a buha. Buha means what? No, not guha. So yeah, formation of warriors conquer, just cornering one person and killing. And that was done, but he was unethically killed. There is some war protocol. Anyhow, when the son was killed, then this information came to Arjuna. Naturally, Arjuna lost all interest in further war. And then Yudhishthira then took Arjuna to Sri Krishna again. And the advice he gave that time, that brought peace in the life of Arjuna. And he got back to his consciousness and doing the duty, and then reached, the war was concluded as later on, afterward, and he win the war. That is the main thing is that how he overcome his sense of despondency and frustration and disinterest in doing anything of the life. When we are frustrated in life, life becomes miserable. People lead a very, most powerful people even becomes helpless, as it were. So here we find the same situation with Arjuna, but he conquered it by the blessings of Sri Krishna and this book is mostly Vedantic teachings. You will find in every page there will be more of Vedantic teaching, because it is a very difficult situation Arjuna is facing. It was before war is one thing, and there was some struggle, but when his own son is killed and then he has to fight tomorrow again, so he lost all interest. So here we find that peace came not by crying, not by avoiding life's duties and responsibilities. Peace comes by conquering. Conquering what? Conquering the world? No, conquering your own mind. Knowing that everything in this world is momentary and temporary, only reality is the Atman. So that is the source of all power and strength. And that infinite nature of ours is the only source and support to give us freedom, to conquer our bereavement and pain and suffering. So we find that this chapter is from the beginning of this. There is story part, I am not going. You find that in the second chapter, page 38, you will find that the story starts. Yuddhe vinihate putre, as I have said, in the war, when this putra, the son, was killed. Shoka vihulam Arjunam. Arjuna was overwhelmed with shoka, bereavement. Drashtatang bodhayamasa, seeing the despondent condition of him, Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna, taught him Bhagavan Madhusudana. And what he says? That you see, why do you engulfed by the confusion? You are drowning yourself in the ocean of grief. Why? Lament like that an ignorant person, forgetting the noble counsel that I gave you in the past in the Bhagavad Gita. I taught you all this message. But you forgot altogether. And again you are falling into the same ground, the same sense of suffering and pain. So, why are you suffering? What is the cause of your suffering? Simple thing. Third verse on page 31 you will find, Maike Sattavas Jnanam. The whole philosophy of Vedanta is coming. Which is Maya, which is ignorant, which is illusion, which is delusion. We are seeing only, but is not existing. And that you are Sattavas Jnanam, you are thinking that is the truth. What is Maya? What is Maya? All Vedanta philosophy will come. Maya is that what is not there, but it appears like that. Maya is what? Superimposition. Sattva and Anrita. Anrita means mithya, which is unreal. And the truth is covered by something. And you are putting avarana, that covering, and creating vikshepa, that which is not there, that existence, that thing is coming up in your consciousness. There is no snake. In the darkness you are going. Rope is the only time, all the time. That is covered by, that knowledge is covered. And not only covered, it is creating illusion of a snake. And the snake bite and all the sufferings thereafter. So this is Maike, in that which is Maya, Sattavas Jnanam. Knowledge, you are imparting your knowledge, your wisdom, as that is the truth. That is the problem of our real life. We are paying too much attention on which is only superimposed. And what is the reality, we don't see it. We see the projection. You are a person, I see you. You are a knowledgeable person, you are a rich person, you are a talented person. We see all these features outside. But we do not know who are you. That's Sattva. But the Sattva, Avaran and then Vikshep, this projection. And we are dwelling with the projection only. Our life goes on, look at the whole projection. Like a movie hall. We enter into the movie and the Avarana, the light gets off, switched off, then darkness comes. All confusion comes in darkness, in ignorance. That's the darkness is ignorance. And then projection comes. And whenever projection comes, our attention goes to the projection and we see nothing but that projection and we take it to be granted. That is the truth and truth. And then we cry, we weep. Don't we do that? Every time we go to see movie, a horror movie, a killer movie, or a sweet movie, or sour movie, whatever may be. But whatever is projection, we are all involved into projection. That hour we forgot our identity. I am a safe place, I am in a safe seat, I have come here to enjoy the film, and I am being enjoyed now. So this is the problem, and here is your problem, Arjuna. Your problem is Maike, this is Maya, Sattva's Jnanam. You are thinking this is true. And that's how every day it is happening. We wake up, see this world, and it is so real. And we cry and weep with every tidbit things. Someone is smiling at me, I am very happy, excited. Someone is looking me with a little frowning face, my joy is gone for the whole day. And I am crying and weeping. But what has happened to me? If it is true, what is the phenomenal in the things of the yesterday? Today it has started a new thing, though it appears the same, but all new. And when you go to sleep, bas, this entire world vanishes. This Sattva's Jnanam, this knowledge, which is so true and unavoidable, and really we argue for that. You are all philosophy, but it is I suffer. But who suffers? You suffer so long, this imposition is there. When it is gone to dream state, this imposition goes away. All cries, weeping and joy, achievement, failure, everything becomes meaningless, not there. But you are there. And then to dream, again the dreaming condition goes away. We go to sleep. That time dream world is also gone. And then still I remain. But I am not thinking of who am I, but I am thinking only projection. And Susupti we normally don't talk about deep sleep. That time both goes away. It proves it is not Satta, but Satta Bhat. Bhat means like truth. Truth means, true definition of truth is what? Was, is and will be. In 3 periods of time, past, present, future. And all the time the same. That is the truth, definition of truth. But this is not truth. I see argument, if we bring argument within one moment, we will understand everything is a change. And I am seeing that change and imposing the idea that it is the truth and truth and truth alone. I see it. I see the fan rotating and there is no blade. I see it. It's such speed. I don't see it. And that is truth. But no, it is not truth. There is the blade. So similarly we have something. Maike Sattva's Jnanam, and that is the Shoka Mahasya Karanam. Shoka, bereavement, moha, delusion. Where we are all victims of bereavement, loss. I lost this today. I gained this today. The opposite, both the opposites. So, shoka and moha, delusion. That is the karanam, the cause. Tang buddhosi. Jadhirosi. You are a wise person, Buddha, Prabuddha, you are an awakened person. Think, you are divine. You are that unchanging spirit. And then dhiro, be wise and think intelligently and be happy. How? Relinquishing your sokang taktva sukhi bhava. You have been the victim of the shoka and get out of it. Sangsare, maike, ghore, sattva-bhavena mohita, mamata baddha chittosi, devo mana abhijag manato. Sangsare maike, in this maik sangsara, changing sangsara. Again, sattva-bhavena, thinking it is true. You have become so deluded that moment, and what is out, the result comes, me and mine. Effect of this projection happens, me and mine. See, I am sitting in the chair in a movie hall, something going on the screen so far away, and I identify one of the actor or actress as my identification. I love one, I hate one because of the activity going on there. And I cry because something happens there. I smile because something happens there. So this my identification is coming. There is no identification. Mamata buddhi. Again, There is no mind. But buddhi, my understanding, it is I like this person, honest person, good person. Why he should be tortured like that? Anger comes, frustration comes, all the human emotions generate. How it comes? Oh, that's the main thing. Forgetting sattva buddhi. The buddhi, that it is the idea, that it is sattva, it is truth. But it is momo aham buddhi, momo buddhi. Shankaracharya's foundational, that verse which says, ahamidam mamaidam. Ahamidam mamaidam iti naisargiko and loko vyavaharo. Eternal message. Naisargiko loko. This loko vyavahar, human behavior, is continuing for eternal time, time immemorial. It is continuing. The whole world is me and mine. Who is your son? Who is your... Then they will say, of course, how you are connected. When you connected with your son? No? Your son came in your life when? When you were born? There is no son. Who was your wife? Has you any connection that time when you were born? No. At certain period of time, they will bring all this analysis. Actually, Vedanta is a dissection of the... like doctors do the dissection. He wants to dissect everything and find out what is the internal reality. So here it says, Sangsare maike ghore, this maya, this ghoro maya, that intense ignorance, sattva bhavena mohita, one being deluded by thinking it is true, mamata baddha chittosi. Nothing has happened. Your chitta, your mind, have become identified with mamata, mine, my son. It is God's son, it is not your son. Everything belongs to God in one sense. Even you belong to God. Your mind belongs to God. But you thinking, my, forgetting that foundational knowledge of the self, deho abhiman. Why did you? First of all, you think that you are the body. Deho abhimana jogata. Because this identification in the body, you first identifying yourself with the body, and then me and mine. Actually, if we look at our life, this spiritual truth is so simple, but so difficult to understand. Very simple formula, no? If we analyze really, we will have to accept this arguments, what this is giving, that this, due to your body identity, first I am the body, then come my family, my son, my child, my house, my everything. And something happens to that house, to the building, to the person, or anything I am associated. I am not concerned. Today's newspaper you go, how many people are killed, where, what is going on. We read the news, okay, some people are, Kashmir, 26 people were killed and they said, okay, that's finished. Our identification is gone. But if I know that my sister was there or my brother was there, then what will happen? What is the connection? The incident has happened there, somebody is killed there, my connection is mental connection, and the mental connection is not too much, I don't get affected by it. Ramakrishna's story, no? There was one lady who was brooming the room, a courtyard, and some information came, oh, you know, the son of such and such neighboring lady was killed. And that lady, actually hearing this message, was sweeping the floor. She said, she was a good boy, and this has happened, but she continued her work. And sometimes within few minutes somebody came back, no, it is not her daughter, her son, your son. And she fainted at that moment and fell down. So this is this analysis is very crude though, but if we analyze the fact, it is where is the point of this reaction so much different in our reaction. I am concerned, there is serious. I could not sleep last night because you said such thing to me. Huh? Whole night I could not sleep. Acha? So how many people are saying such things to others? I am not concerned with that. So it is not that what you said is important. What I think that I am first, and my identification with the object, things and whatever we have, that's the identification. We are in really identification crisis. We are all identified with the body. That is the crisis. Point of all suffering is there. And when we really identify with God, then you are free. That's the one, who is in bondage, who is in freedom. Whose mind is tuned to God consciousness, whose mind is connected with the body consciousness. And body consciousness will bring all these things associated. Nothing you can avoid, nothing you can get out of it. That's why it says, Kovausi tam katham jato kashuto va kalatrakam. Very hard code. It's a high dose medicine. When we are in a very serious health problem, doctors give high dose capsules or pills, no? Or injections. So this is the Kovausi, who are you? You are crying. Who first say, who are you? Tam katham jato, where do you come from? Kasuto, who is your son? Kalatrakam, who is your family? Kathamba, how did you get snehobaddhosi? How you get attached, identified with this? Ksanamatram vicharayo. Just analyze, for a split second, think about that. What is you? What is connection? Where are you coming from? Where your I is coming from? It is all it is all due to ignorance, no? Again, Vedanta, very simple. Again, it is because of ignorance. In ignorance, we think that you are body. In ignorance, we hallucinate, we see so many things in deep darkness, no? All the ghost ideas the children get when the dark area. When the light comes, and we get all confused in so many things. When there is, many people say, night driving is not good for me. Day driving is good. When the daylight is there, brightness is there, we can see things clearly, there is the easy way of moving into life. But when darkness comes, ignorance comes, it confuses us and we get deluded into that. Sarvam jiva maya vasangata. All these jivas, what we see, they are under the spell of maya. And dehomano vijogino nana dukkhiyani bhunjate. Nana dukkho, varied types of suffering and pain is being experienced by the individual soul because deho vimana yogeta. All problem comes in body identity. And body identity is the connection with the world. And in Ashtavakra Samhita also you will find that such quotation. And so long you are identified with the body, you are in the world. And when you are free from the body identity, you are a free soul just now. So, Manakkalpita Samsaram, see verse number 7. Manikkalpita Samsaram Sattang Matva Mishatmakam Dukkham Sukham Cha Manyante Pratikullani Anukulayo. By accepting this unreal world first, Manakkalpita Samsara. See, very difficult to understand this point. Because when you read Vedanta, it is intellectually satisfying, but to think is very difficult to understand that. That's why Chitta Shuddhi is necessary. That we'll read later on. This book suggests how to do that. It's talking about the high philosophy now. And very true, though true, but for us to reach is very difficult. Monakalpito samsaram. This samsara, which is every moment. Samsara means what? Which is moving, changing every moment. Samsarati iti samsara. Which is every time, Banglaয় বলবে সরে সরে যাচ্ছে. Every moment it is moving from one to the other to the other. The body, We started talking, by this time body has changed. By so many areas, all the cells and this and hair, everything is changing. But we don't see the change because it is happening in such a slow change that our eyes cannot catch that. But we see, you can bring a photograph 5 years before or 10 years before, 20 years before, you can see what change has happened. And if we say that change for eye, then you naturally, you will answer me, which eye you mean? When you are 20 years old, that eye, or 10 years before your eye, or today's eye, or you will be after 1 year, which eye you are meaning? It's a fictitious term we are using when we are saying that I as body, and we mean all the time I as body. So which I you are trying to express? This I is just your mental concept at a particular point of time. That's why he says, Manakalpita Sangsharam. This samsara, this which is moving all the time, it is not anywhere, it is in your mind. It is very difficult to understand, but it is so reasonably correct, because when you go to deep sleep, I know I'm going to dream, who creates the dream world? Again, that question comes. The entire dream scenery, all the people there, all these incidents happening. So how it is going on? It is monokalpitam, is it not? Your dream is not your monokalpita. In the dream, who creates your dream? No one goes to create your dream. You create your dream. You, which part of you? Your eyes? No. Your mind does that. So your mind, manaha, that is kalpito, imagine something. How he imagines? He has so many stocks of old impressions, and out of that mixture of that, something comes out. Yesterday's thought, maybe 1 year, 10 years before something happened, maybe in movie you have seen something. All are stored, it is called this. All are, that's sanskaras are built up by that way. Anything we do, anything we think, nothing is lost. That's why our spiritual journey here, we have to be careful what we think. Anything I think, it creates an instant reaction. No. You eat something, you instant reaction, you find joy. But it does not die. It goes into the subconscious and remains there. When opportunity comes again, you recall that. It comes back, you recall, or somebody recalls for you. I forgot one incident. Maybe you are there, you say, oh no, this incident happened on that day and I was here, you are like that. Or then I recall back from my old samskara, oh yes. That means nothing is lost. So a monokalpita means how this kalpana, imagination came. It came because it is all deposited in the mind. And it comes up out of the mind and shows as real. Now we understand, suppose you have a dream and I am sitting over there. So you are dreaming, I don't see the dream. Then it is a proof that who is creating your dream? Your own mind is creating your dream. So your mind is creating dream, but it is not conflicting with my physical presence. If 20 people are sitting, lying down in a room, side by side, and 20 people are dreaming, that dream world is how big? Why they are not conflicting with each other? See, can we deny that they are real or unreal? At the time of dreaming, we cannot think it is unreal. Wake up from the dream, then you say, oh, I was a horrible dream. Good you called me up. Some people say, no, I was dreaming something very frightening, so I woke up. So this dream is so real. As we know, in the dream we have some experiences, our heartbeat goes up when you woke up. So you cannot say it is unreal. But it is unreal. Is it not unreal? Where it happened? Totally imagine. Now I give the example all the time, 3D eyeglass. No? You go to see something in the Universal Studio or something, they put in your chair, you sit in the chair and put the 3D and you see the experiences. It's a frightening experience or horrible or good experience. So real, so real, so real. And that day somebody went from where they came from, probably US, London they came. They were a child. And they're seeing something, she started crying. And somebody says, take out the 3D. Take out. And when it is taken out, nothing is there. So it is, as we know, this is called man-made Maya. But God made Maya. Our mind-made Maya is our nighttime dream. It is not there but so real. So why not God made Maya will be like this and we will be all part into that. So that means think of God. The solution is thinking of God. But this is to be analyzed, go again and again. Monokalpita samsaram. It is you, this samsara you are thinking. There comes another serious question here. Then why do we see all of us see the same things? We all see the sun. We all see the moon. Why? It is because your mind created your dream, and this is the cosmic mind created the cosmic dream. And in that cosmic dream, as in your own dream, you are the producer, you are the playwright, you are the actor, you are the actress, a different role, and the drama is going on there. Here also cosmic mind had his own play, and there God has created the sun, moon, stars, everything, and we all see the same. But look at that. Our problem is not God created duality. It is our duality projection is more important there. God created the same person. Someone loves that person, someone hates that person. Individual mamatta buddhi, me and mine consciousness, identification is affecting our day-to-day life. Same object, the moon. Moon may be pleasing to everyone, but who has lost his son or some relative, the moon will look so pale and disgusting. No? How? It depends on the mind. Again, not the object. Object remaining same. Reactions are so different. So this is the mind is the major thing in spiritual life. That's why whole emphasis has been given in all these practices. Mind, mind, mind. In Patanjali's yoga, it is only mind, chitta vritti nirodha and continue. In karma yoga, chittasya suddhaya karma, mind, purify the mind. Vedanta, mind is imagination. Don't get identified with mind, creating your body identity. Get out of the mind. I am not the mind. Go beyond mind. So long you are mind, you are in bondage, you are in suffering. No? Get out of the bondage and get out of this Maya. So our mind is being karma also. Karma, you are doing karma because to purify their heart, no? Selfless work, selfish work to selfless work. So every focus is on mind and mind and mind. And through the mind only we react in the entire world. And mind is pleased, everything is pleased. Mind is disturbed, everything is disturbed. So, dukkha sukham cha mannate, because of the mind, people undergo the cycle of experiencing happiness and sorrow, or favorable or unfavorable things. Say, nadrishyate ballabhavo, the childhood situation is not seen anymore. Dehasya jauvana udaya, when one becomes youthful, no? The childhood body, the crawling body, the baby body is gone. And nobody cries for that. So, avastha antara samprapto, it takes another form. Body changes into another. As a result, deho parinamadate. Deho parinamati. It becomes, the body is changing. Like that it goes on. Otite bahule kare drashtana jnayate hisa. After a considerable amount of time, has collapsed, a person who was known previously cannot be recognized by just looking at the person. Suppose if you come up seeing after 20 years someone or 30 years someone, no? It's the same person remaining the same. Same John or same Mary. But after 30, 40 years you suddenly you have not seen, you look and you will not be able to recognize that. The change is happening, that is the example of change. So, Jat Pashyasi Mahabaho, O Mahabaho Arjuna, what you are seeing, Jagat Tat Pratibhasikam. It is pratibhasik. It is not real, it is projected, it is appearing. Samskaro vasat sato. It is appearing to you according to your samskara, according to your mind. Your pure mind you will see differently, impure mind will show you differently. As is our mind, so we see the world. Holy Mother said, people see fault in others, making the mind faulty first. His mind is faulty, that's why through that mind he sees the faulty world. Holy Mother said she could not see any fault of anyone. She could remember only the good things, even a little thing done for her any time in life, no? And we ordinarily, we forget many good things done by someone with little fault, we make it fault because our mind is faulty. So this is the point. Jat Pasyasi, what you are seeing, O Mahabhavo, this world is pratibhasikam. It is mere appearance. Because it is changing, and you are giving a name to that changing thing as solid, something unchanging. And it is coming because of your samskara, not this life. Because of your previous life, other life is behind. And all these associated thoughts and ideas which is in the samskara, in old, through that lens you are seeing the world. That's why purify the mind. Therefore, in the susupti kale nahidishyamanam, in the susupti kala we discussed just now, during the deep sleep state, this expansive visible universe with all its objects stored in the mind cease to exist. In the deep sleep, where does it go? It goes to the subconscious. It goes to the very causal form. I give the example of the wristwatch, the spring. Daytime is the spring, you extend the spring. The whole universe is there, big. Nighttime, spring is relaxed, 50% or something. Body identity goes away, this body identity goes away, this mind, this or other identities, only you live in the mental world. Mind, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. These four, as also your 5 fundamental elements remain there and 5 subtle senses remain. This eye, subtle eye. That's why we see in the dream, there is eyes, but not these eyes. These eyes are here. This body, so all the senses, 5 elements, that's why we drink air, water, fire, there also. So all the elements, subtle elements, that's called 17. 17 elements make our subtle body. So 5 pranas, there also we breathe air, we see things, 5 sense organs, organs of action, hand, feet, etc. No? But not this gross form, it is subtle form. 3 into 5 plus another 2. mind and intellect. Manobuddhi, meaning mind, intellect, ego and your memory. The fourth, all these things, that only remain. The spring is reduced to 50%, only some are discarded, and now go to sleep, relax the entire spring. It recoils into as if non-existing. The world view, dream experiences, as if gone, but no, not gone, it is in this spiral. It is there. So it expands again tomorrow morning into the gross and to the causal. So this is the way Susupti Kale, during the deep sleep, the expansive, I am on page 39, the expansive visible universe with all the objects stored in the mind cease to exist. The universe consisting of animate and inanimate entities appear in the mind when one wakes up from the deep sleep. This universe, perceived through the mind, is therefore not real. So he is first putting this idea, this world we are deluded is not real. But there is a reality beyond this. When we can attain, our mind is always creating this confusion. Therefore, so long we are in the level of mind, so long we are in the body, this is a samsara, this is a foreign land. And we are wandering, and we are battered every day because of this identification with this body, mind, and the identification with the objects what is created by this ignorance. Therefore, what to do? Get out of that. And that is your home, that consciousness which is behind. So we are all moving towards that consciousness, and knowingly or unknowingly, knowingly we call spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice. Unknowingly, everyone moves to the truth, unknowingly. But we say suddenly we get to understand this unreal nature of the world. When we understand, when we get good blows, when we find that someone is with me, someone, a dear friend, and he misunderstands you, or he has when your whole faith structure falls down, crumbles down, then you pause. Why? You love someone, love betrayed. Then you say, why? This awakening comes. But this is a progress. Apparently it is worldly way, it is loss. But in spiritual sense, these are awakening. So the question of journey to know thyself is a conscious movement. Studying the scriptures, in every page you can find great wisdom is there. We are Vedanta, you will not get anything. What is Vedanta, you tell me? You are that. You are not the mind, body, emotion, intellect. That's finished. Vedanta class is over. What do you want more? I am Atman. I am not the body, not the mind. Finish. Then what for this class? Because it is not so simple, but so complicated in our understanding. That's why we have to work on that. Say that's why unknowingly we are going. The whole world is going into the source of our very existence. But we want to go consciously, say, know thyself by studying this, understanding the unreal nature, and every day analyzing, every day talking to my mind again. How many time I am thinking this? How many this lecture sometimes become boring, that's why. Good lecturers like Sarvadevananda and others make it very sweet by quoting this psychology, this science, and this. That is the way. But the truth, very simple. It's very simple, and it's because it is simple, it is so complex. Very simple things are always very. We like complexities because our brain is complex. We want to understand things. Swami Mahapurush Maharaj Shivananda, one gentleman came to Belur Math in those days at Belur Math, and with Swami Shivananda Maharaj was the president, and he was the Ramakrishna's disciple, second president of our order. So one great Pandit has come, and he wanted to put some questions. So he went to Swami Shivananda Maharaj And there was standing Omkarananda Maharaj, who was a very great scholar of Vedic wisdom, and he has science, technology, all this knowledge, psychology, this, that, and now Vaisheshika, all these 6 systems of philosophy, he is a top man. So the Pandit came and said, I want to question some. Then he said, Mahaprabhu Maharaj said, do you want to hear in one word? Then come to me. You want to listen to so many words? Go and argue with him. So this is the point. We need little time to just to absorb these ideas and thoughts. If we say again and again, one day consciously we will be able to respond to these things. Really we will be not going away of the world. We will live in the world, but see the unreal nature and the real. Sattannite mithunikrite ahamidam mamaidam iti naisargiko vayam loko vyavahara sattva and anrita. What we started today, sattva is the truth, anrita what is wrong. It is mithunikrite, it is jumbled up. What is truth is appearing as untruth. What is untruth appearing as truth. That is the problem. So you have to separate out very carefully. And that is the only careful analysis, this who am I? Am I the body in different way? And here it is the same explanation. Changes of the body. And how can it be unchanging reality? Then what is that? How I feel I, my body? Always I say, what is that I consciousness? It's a conscious journey. So we'll have to move in that direction. So I end here because this book is, if you go on anywhere, you will find some wonderful ideas, and these verses are so good to read, at least for the Vedanta students. It is a very good addition. It is no translation is available, and also its text is also not so much popular. So its original we do not know. It is neither in the Mahabharata or in any other text. It is called Shruti. Listening tradition, guru to disciple, it has come down. And that's why it is preserved that way. And one Bengali book was there about 200 years or so back, maybe 200 to, and it is some rare place. It was now by the grace of all this digitization, and many rare books are all collected. So this was a wonderful book. You can study well, and it's every day's task to think about that. So we end here, and we have 5 minutes or so. You can have some questions. That will be good.
Maharaj, thank you very much. Your lecture was as poetic as the verses here. So I was just wondering, while you were reading some of those verses here, and you kind of touched upon it, I was wondering, like for Bhagavad Gita, we have many different commentaries by Advaita Vedantins, Dvaita Vedantins and others. Do we have commentary of this Gita by others other than Advaita Vedantins?
It is only one book what I found in Bengali that was Vedantic, and most of the verses are very Vedantic verse. I do not know, nothing available. But people can work on that.
Maharaj, you said that purifying the mind is an essential step in this journey. What are your thoughts on using modern psychological therapies for minds that are, let's say, more challenging, more involved in the world because of psychological problems and things like that?
I think that is also a path. Getting more involved into the world, then what you see the result. Are you peaceful? Come back.
No, I'm suggesting that it's not a choice. Unconsciously you are involved in the world because you have, childhood trauma or things like that,
I do understand. Yes, we don't want, but it happens in our life. We fall into this. There is the point. Those are golden opportunities when we can find some time to pause and analyze the truth and how to deal the world dispassionately. We learn then this is all happening in the mental level. And so long I am in the mind, okay, it's good, bad, reaction, action is okay. But these are not true. This is not eternal. I can ignore that. It will pass. It is not permanent. That gives us Vedantic strength. And also restoring to our spirituality. I am that unchanging. This changes. It has happened. Yes, today it is like this. It will not remain so. Because it is the mind. And my perception changes. Everything will change. If my perception, the whole reaction to the world is our own mental perception. I react with everyone through the lens of my own mind and how it is dictating me to see the thing. If we start trying, now see, suppose someone is killing someone, so two philosophy comes here. Swami Vivekananda's story is going to what do you call that? In Kashmir, Kshir Bhavani. And he was standing in front of the temple and saw the desecration of the temple, and the deity was thrown into the well, that dirty well, and temple walls are all broken, everything gone. So Swami Vivekananda, when he went, he saw that and he was so moved with emotion. And Mother's temple, why it is desecrated like that? Was there not any man to stand, give their life to protect Mother, say? And then instantly he heard, see the voice. Where the voice come in a pure mind. Say that, do I protect you or you protect me? Bah. One word. It is who told? No outside voice. It is the mind, pure mind tells that. And then what happened? This whole perspective, it is Mother's world. So who am I to say anything? Good or bad, it is Mother's. See, you can, see, that is, if we say so, we will be not, we are just saying in the superficially to intellectual statement. But for Swami Vivekananda, it is a revelation. And then he write that Vivekananda, this orator Vivekananda, the teacher Vivekananda, is now gone. It is all Mother, Mother, Mother. Who am I? I want to be the same young boy sitting at the feet of Ramakrishna and to listen to his wonderful message in deep wonderment. No? The same Vivekananda was standing behind. This is an example. There are great examples before our eyes. His view changed. It is Mother's world. Mother will have good child, bad child. No? So, I cannot say that. If you say then you are indulging into, first you have to analyze, discard the bad, accept the good, and then good, go beyond good. Good and bad. But look at that, view of the world view changes immediately. Who is the killer? Who is killed? Bhagavad Gita says, the slayer and the slain being the same. See, Ramakrishna in one mood, I gave that example many places, that's my common few examples. The grasshopper caught by a boy, village boy, and he took a broomstick. A childlike play he is putting into his body of the grasshopper. So what a pain for the grasshopper. Ramakrishna could not tolerate any pain, no? Even the Babu, the gentleman was walking on the grass, his whole chest was full of red, as if the pain he is feeling, identifying in that level. That's one level. The same Ramakrishna, then he clapped his hand and said, "Oh Rama, you are creating your trouble. Who to blame? Who is doing what? It is all Mother, it is all God, it is nothing but God's play." That's a different level. Until we reach that point, we will have to face the challenges of life and to understand, ignore it. Do your best, accept it. And be in peace. Our restlessness, our peace is gone because we want what I want to hold on. We are not free. That I did my best, hands off, and in 1,001% cannot do that. If one can do, you know you are a spiritual person. tremendous problem. Life and death question. You take all the measures, go to doctor, take care of everything, calm, peacefully, and whatever happens, okay, let thy will be done. Your peace is your peace, the world will not be able to bother. So how can we do that? Saying we will do that? Meditation, prayer, purification of the mind. Mind will be so clean, mind will give this view. Who are you in this world? Tell me who you are talking. I suffer. First of all, who are you? Where do you come from? You created yourself. It's God created. If the body has been created by God, who are you? In nowhere you can have a ground of your ego and me and mine idea. And when me and mine idea and your body idea goes, you are Brahman. Or you are a child of God, or you are one with God, you are lover. So all rubbish goes away. Ramakrishna says, no? Ami mole, guchibe janjal. All the rubbish, all the garbage will go away if I dies. And Vedanta teaches to see the I is infinite. You are not this I, the petty I with which I am living. My education, my finance, my poor condition, my rich condition, my health condition, my good health condition, nothing depends on that. So this is the way, the conscious movement, as that's the subject today. We should consciously move and we should be free. Vedanta does not make us weak, not to cry, but face the challenges boldly, thinking that you are unchanging something. If you don't say unchanging, you think you are nobody here. It is mother soul play going on. Satchidananda Brahman by cosmic Maya has become the whole universe. It is nothing but cosmic consciousness, percolated into every frame and every appearance. Is there anything? Can there be anything? If there is Brahman, and with the Maya, the world and the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, whatever Trinity in Hindus create or not create, and this all the creation of the universe and its management is good and bad, where did it come from? Where comes the asuras? Where comes the gods? Where the demons? Where the Satan? Satan comes from where? He has a separate entity to come. It's another facet of the same. So if you understand that, this is all God's play. Happy? Clap your hand. Okay? So, thank you all. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat, Sri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.